Hey guys, welcome back to the Two Peas Out the Pod podcast featuring Johnny and Shay. Today, as you know, we are continuing on because we finished our last episode. So if you're watching them back to back, you're going to see we're in the same attire, but that's because our cameras went dead when we filmed the previous one and we finished that one up this morning. So
Yeah, that was on me, man. I forgot to, you know, charge up the devices.
So here we are. Here we are again. Now we'll kind of pick up with our next episode. Today's episode will feature a few items. We're going to talk about hot news of the day follow up on our scandal from the last episode. We're going to hit our Instagram hit list again. We're going to do Shay's rant, customer service gatekeepers. We're going to talk about our Dead Mall of America trip today. And then Johnny's going to rant a little on the Macy's. It's still hanging in there. We're going to give you an 11-year-old's perspective on the day.
Yeah, my son was there and he was not thrilled about that at all.
Our Sonic Pickle Run adventures.
Hell yeah.
And then our bonus item, of course, stay tuned
Hey,
to the end
hey.
for that.
It's not called bonus, it's called
Well, he's going to say that. I'm never going to say that. So,
okay.
our bonus item, stay to the end so that you can
Bonus
definitely see that.
item,
That'll explain a
stay at the
few
end.
new things on set to you. And yeah, we'll give you a little local piece of gem that we found.
Okay. All I'm gonna say is it's items, so just know
Okay.
that it's gonna be always gonna be forever called items.
And I'm going to call it bonus.
Okay, listen, all I'm gonna say is yet again, if I got paid and I see some extra money and it starts with a B, and you know what I'm gonna go with it. It's gonna be my items. Or
Sounds good. I'm glad you're having fun with that. I'm just gonna leave it in there and hopefully it doesn't screw up our videos. I might
okay.
mute it though. So, anyways, hot news follow up. If you guys didn't watch yesterday's podcast, or I guess not yesterday's, we filmed it yesterday. Whenever we end up putting it up, the last podcast before this one, we did talk about a scandal that was going on with the CEO that was caught with his chief of staff at a Coldplay concert on a kiss cam. And today there is an update on that, so we wanted to share that with you. He did resign from his company today. So apparently the public scrutiny was just too much for him to handle and he dipped out. I think this is photoshopped. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully it is.
Yeah.
But somebody put
Yeah.
this up.
So what you
Give
think?
credit to the page. Give credit to the
Yeah,
page.
okay. Give credit to them.
You
So
gotta read it. I can't read it from here.
Cuban guy.
It's on Facebook.
Cuban guy. Cool.
So they photoshopped this into Splash Mountain. I don't know if it's true or it said they've been caught before, and here's a previous picture. But to me, it kind of looks like the same. I deleted the other one, so I'm not sure, but it kind of looks like the same.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is they look like they're having the greatest time on Splash Mountain.
They look like the roaches again from last episode.
They look like two roaches on Splash Mountain.
So he resigned from his company. Boo hoo. Wah on that. Like, I don't really feel sorry for the guy. So
Listen. All I'm gonna say is on Splash Mountain, were they playing Coldplay? I hope they were. I seriously hope they were.
they're made for each other, though. They literally look like brother and sister. So I think it's just meant to be. I'm actually happy
Oh
for his
shit,
wife
with
that
the
it came out in,
ancestral
and they
music.
can move on. She can move on with her life. She probably deserves much better than that guy anyway.
But
Oh, I
again,
was gonna ask too. Do you guys think this is a Photoshop picture of them, or do you think they really were at Splash Mountain? Go ahead and put that in the comments below. What do you think?
obviously, I believe it's photoshopped. I mean, unless after that Coldplay, Disney opened up for them late night, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, I want to go, Splash Mountain tonight." But I bet you he probably got at least a severance package for resigning.
Yeah, his
Thoroughly.
board was probably like, please stop with the public humiliation for us and just here you go. Here's a few millions.
Well, right.
I hope his wife gets alimony for the rest of her life because of that.
Well, geez, if you would have let me finish, I was just gonna say that the money or severance he made, that's gonna be his wife's money instead.
For the kids and the wife. He has kids too.
Oh, I didn't know he still had kids. Jeez, dude, you're something else, man. But he looked like he was having a great time. I mean, on Splash Mountain, that is. Like, really, he looked like he's having the best time of his life.
I don't think we even said his name on here, which I guess that's nice of us, but
Yeah, I mean,
you
shout
know,
out. That's a shout out for not doing that. But I mean,
it was all over everything else. I'm sure people saw it, even though they probably didn't notice the name anyway. So.
I will say I do love the lovely black dress she's wearing. That's how you know. Like if you see a girl in a black dress like that, she's either one going downtown to get, down, or or she's going to a Coldplay concert.
Wow. Moving on.
I'm just saying.
I have like 4 black dresses in the closet, so maybe I should never wear those.
Yeah, I mean, well, is Coldplay coming to town for 4 days?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, Coldplay, it would be great to go to that. Hopefully, we be on the kiss cam. You know those two peas out the pod? That was a Coldplay concert. And you know Johnny's black. He's not. He's really. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, Johnny. Especially if you guys hear me. Oh, well, I think. Tell
I
me.
mean, hopefully they look at our logo.
Oh, that's true.
Our logo is like a black guy and a white girl. I mean, I don't
I'm
know.
not. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna just. I mean, so much to unpack on that one. Not to make a joke.
Okay, next.
Anyways, but anyways, I still believe, yeah, this is photoshopped, obviously, and what can I say? They look like they were having the time of their life, and they got caught on a kiss cam. It's what happens out in public if you go into an event. You know, how else do you think for a band when they're on tour or anything, they're gonna kind of showcase, oh, this is an experience that you're gonna have with your significant other, and you did pay for the tickets so they can film some things because they want to show like, oh, there was a lovely song ballad that was dedicated. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, why not? So it is what it is. That's all I gotta say. It is what it is at that moment. But like I said, this Splash Mountain is hilarious. It does look like two roaches going down Splash Mountain, and the log. And when I say they're going two roaches going on a log, that's a poop log actually. Just saying, poop log.
I wouldn't mind seeing a picture of his wife. I bet you she's way prettier than that girl. That's
Well,
usually how
I
it
mean, we did talk about Jeff Bezos' wife. So anything past her is just, it's nice.
Wow.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, come on now. Like, I don't have the picture of that again, but I would say that yes, anything is better than that.
But before she did all that, she was pretty.
Oh yeah, no, no, no. Right off the bat, if you know what you should do, you guys should actually do a little homework. Yeah, giving you guys, we are giving you guys homework. Look up how his wife originally looked, and look at her now, and literally, it's like a before and after. The after is like you should not ever see a doctor about getting any plastic surgery, and then the before is just like slapping God across his face right there, straight up. Because that's like if you're like a thin girl with like some D cups and you're just like, oh, I got breast. Yes, okay. Well, God gave you those to make sure you can have a stronger back in society.
Wow.
I'm just saying. It's okay. I'm sure people are gonna be like, "Oh, this guy is misogynist." I'm not. I love
I had
people.
a roommate in the military that had triple G's or something. I don't know. They were huge. She wasn't even a big girl, but she had to get a breast
Yeah.
reduction because it hurt her back so bad because they were literally out of control huge.
Out of control, huge man.
So I would probably do that
You
too
know
if
what?
mine were
You
like
know what?
double
You,
G's
you
or
know
something.
what? God was like, I made those crazy because she looked like she was gonna be a crazy girl, and you don't know if she was a crazy girl.
I didn't know for long. So all I know is I was a roommate and then
So
she got the surgery and then she was like laid up. It's pretty painful. She was laid
you're
up
getting
for a
cut
few
open.
weeks and then that was, and then we kind of, I think I ended up moving out of the barracks or something. But
Again, like I said,
I'm just saying I would probably do that if I had double G's or something. Jeez.
jeez. Well, jeez. No pun intended.
Double G's, G's.
So yeah, I mean, I, again, guys, I just want to say, never been a Splash Mountain. Have you ever been down a log?
Yeah, there was a log ride at a theme park in our hometown, but it wasn't called Splash Mountain. It was called the log ride.
A log
The log ride.
by loggers.
No.
So,
Ready for the Instagram hit list?
yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
First one's first. We're gonna talk about a couple. Well, we talked about a trifling guy, so we're gonna balance it out with a couple trifling. Trifling women today.
All right.
So can you read who it's through? Sorry, I don't have this one on my.
It's the Royal Seven. Big ups to
This
them.
one's on Instagram. So this New Jersey woman was arrested for allegedly receiving child support from 3 different men for the same child.
Wow.
When I sent this to him, he was like, he didn't read it, but he was like, that looks like a jail picture. And I was like, no. And then I reread it. I was like, oh, she was arrested.
Yeah, no, I know a jail picture from a mile away. I did some time. So
And I guess the bottom corners maybe offer social media or something. I don't really know why that's on there.
yeah, no, that's the social. That's her social. That's her Instagram one. That's
Mhm.
like if that's like where she got the thirst trap from. She's like, hey guys, want to come holler at me on Instagram?
Well, even though she got arrested for this, probably after the, publicity, maybe she can just make her own way, whatever.
Publicity. What?
Take off the child support and then get it from OF or something else.
Ah man, all I know is I don't know. She's going to jail, man. I guess she might be able to link up with some chicks, dog. Hopefully, meet up with a chick that's about to get out with her, and then probably do that OS together. See, happy endings.
Let us know what you guys think about that. If you were one of the 3 guys, hopefully they're gonna get their money back, but I guess I don't know how that works. Maybe they'll have a judgment against her. They'll probably never see the money.
I don't know. Yeah, all I'm gonna say is I hope it's gonna be a female judge, not a male judge, because then I feel it's unfair. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Because a man that like did that to 3 dudes, he might have some. See,
Oh, they should anyway.
I mean, or
That's a
what's the word?
scam.
What's the word? Prejudice.
That's scam though. You should, yeah. I bet you, not to be mean or anything, but probably none of those 3 kids are even the dad, or none of those 3 guys are even the dad to that
Well,
kid.
I think the state, if the state, well, this is if I was what I would do is simply those people that that she's been scamming underneath them. Obviously, I would just say, hey, can we get a blood test from you guys?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it'd be funny if none of the 3 of them were even the dad.
Like in reality, then he should get like a few months off for not paying. Because I mean, the other guys kind of paid, and those guys should definitely get paid.
Wow.
Sue the shit out of her at the fullest extent, I believe.
Well, what's the other girl we have? Can you pull that one up?
We had another.
Before that one.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
This one's from Battle Table.
So this one, he's divorcing his wife after he found out she spent $100,000 in clothing in only 2 years, and she's hiding it in a storage unit.
That right there.
That's hilarious, I think.
That shit's hilarious.
I actually had a neighbor one time that would like always go buy like a bunch of stuff, hide it in her trunk, and then her husband worked like opposite shift of her. And then whenever he went to work, she would hurry and like hide it in the closet. Yeah, but why hide it from your? I mean, I guess probably she was racking up the credit cards or something, so that's probably why he's
Yeah,
pissed.
probably. He probably started looking at the
Yeah, that's probably how he found out. Is why are all the credit cards maxed out? We don't even have anything to show for it. Well, probably what happened too, like she probably had a couple Louis Vuitton pairs of shoes that she would go and get out the storage unit and then wear. And he's, what the hell? How are you? Where these $700 shoes come from?
style. That's when I brought you those? Really? Okay.
That's crazy. $100,000 in 2 years. That's a lot of clothes. It must just be cheap because I don't really. I usually buy stuff if it's on like
I don't
Rants or
know.
whatever.
Maybe
I like spend a lot of money on that.
unless wherever she's at, they got like a Burlington. But I mean, even Burlington, you can find some gold.
No, that's what I'm saying. 100,000. That's a lot of money for clothes. Unless you're buying brand name Louis Vuittons or.
Well, you gotta ask yourself, what does his wife do? And maybe she's a stripper or something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. There's no other information on it, but I mean, I just was wow. We bashed on the guy yesterday and on our last podcast and on this one, so we had to kind of balance it out.
Yeah, it's definitely. Be careful, guys, giving the girls the plastic.
Whatever.
No, but
I'm very trustworthy.
yes, only on Tuesdays.
Shut
It's
up.
Taco Tuesdays. No, but no, that is it's crazy. Yeah, but and she had this all in the storage.
I guess.
That would have probably
Maybe he saw
like
the
no,
bill.
like see
Maybe
that
he
see
saw the
like
charge
that's
for the storage unit and was
see,
like, "Why do we
that's
have a storage unit?"
yeah.
And then went there, got in there, and went,
Yeah,
"What the
because
heck?"
'cause I believe like I haven't had storage unit for a minute, but They storage units, they still go by have to have a checking account and all that to make sure they can withdraw from an account or whatever.
Oh, I had one in a really long time. I don't know.
But yeah, I don't really know. So if you guys can please make comment, I'm just going to assume that yes, that's probably how that works.
I know people try to live in their storage units now. That's all I know about storage units lately.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want to move in for $1? Get the first month for $1.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad.
The only thing about a storage unit though is pretty sure, like, especially if it's like one of those ones where you're inside, if that thing burns down, there's no windows or anything in your storage unit. You're just gonna die from smoke inhalation. You're not gonna be able to get out.
Well, Shay, right there, and that means you have to be a very cautious person living in there. Think about it. First things first, that means if you got a hot plate and you're gonna cook yourself some food and you happen to like nod off a couple of these, you make sure you have an alarm on your phone or you go out get yourself the old fashioned, little the timer. I mean, at least you would be able to wake up and not try to burn down the place. But that is good that you said that if it was an indoor one, because if that person was a smoker, at least he wouldn't fall asleep with a cigarette, because that's usually like the how most fires usually happen, other than like electrical.
Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah, I myself, 100,000. That's freaking crazy. 100,000, dude. What? I would have put like 50,000 in like.
I don't know, I guess. But some
Yo,
people just have a problem. You know what I mean? It may not even be about the clothes. She might have an
I
addiction.
have a problem too. The money in stock. At least we could make
Whatever.
something, not spend it all.
Do you want to pull up the third one?
Oh,
There's no trifling third girl, but we just saw this other one and we were like, wow, this is crazy. So if you haven't seen the podcast, the first, I think it was our second or third episode, we talked
this
about
is
AI stuff.
called from the Black Millionaires. Big ups to them.
So Delta is quietly testing a new AI system that could set ticket prices. So, if anybody went on there at a certain time, they all would pay the same price. But instead, the airline would charge you basically personally based on what you can afford based on your, what do you call it, digital fingerprint?
I'm gonna be honest. It's the same tech that they're trying to do is what they have in China, I believe. It's where they use the CCTVs to monitor and try to see where people's wages and money and everything is at. All I know is that with all that same tech that's coming across over here, and they're trying to use it just by like using like Delta or something like. I just felt for me, they will put my black ass in like cargo. I'm just saying they'll put my black ass in cargo. Or hear me out. Like imagine if like, me and then you go on, they're gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, Shay, you get first class," and then I get like in a bus.
That would be kind of weird. What happens if two people try to fly together and then they're gonna sit next to each other on the plane and they're like, oh, we're gonna charge this guy $40 and then we're gonna charge you $700.
Right.
What the hell?
Yeah, see,
How does
like,
that even work?
hey, you remember there was like a news media. Damn it, when I say like the 2010s, I feel like I'm saying like the Roaring 20s or something. Back in the 2010s. Yeah, so yeah, there was remember they had a little spectacle about that during the housing market in 2010s about like for like racial
Oh yeah.
for like for black folks or for me that we got a more expensive kind of rates versus our counterpart.
I guess. I don't know. That seems kind of shady to me. It's if you have a service, you should just be charging whatever the price is for that service, regardless of who's buying it. That seems like a scam.
Well, I would tell Delta like, hey man, treat it like it's a like what service you want. You want to you get a some hand stuff, then I'll give you hand stuff.
This is gonna be on the Patreon.
So sorry. This is gonna be blocked out. Man, dude, I swear I'm never gonna get a chance to say anything I want on YouTube.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that in our next video, maybe. YouTube's terms and services.
Well, I love their services. It's like great services. Getting a problem.
You've never gotten a
But
problem.
nah, I never got it. The term.
Maybe he
the
has. I don't
terms-
know about
no,
it.
No, Johnny don't pay for strange.
Wow. Well, when you take girls on a date, that's pretty much paying for it anyway, isn't it?
All right, man. You've been hanging out with me and been watching the Boondocks, so let's just move on over. Well, yeah, no, real talk. To be honest, that's how I felt. Delta is. Delta is trying to get racial.
I don't even think it's racial. I think it's they're probably going to be like, oh, Jeff Bezos can pay, $7,000 for this ticket, and this person that makes, $12 an hour, you're not getting on the plane. I don't know.
No, man.
But what will happen, honestly, what I think will happen with this is it'll make it so that the only people that can fly are people that are rich. Because they're not going to want to sell tickets to anyone else. They're just going to say, oh, there's no tickets available based on your digital footprint.
Wow. Yeah, I mean that is gonna be kind of crazy. You're gonna be like, so.
I want to fly to New York to
So wait,
Chicago
no,
on
no,
this
no,
date,
no,
and they're
no,
going to be
no,
like, oh,
no,
sir, we don't have any
no,
seats
so
available.
like, he don't have a digital footprint, but he's been paying cash with everything, but does not have no print whatsoever. And he works like a legitimate job. He's not a drug dealer or anything, but he works a legitimate job, and they're gonna be like, "Oh man, so wait, you just been paying cash or anything for it? Where are you getting this money from?" And then because the businesses are underneath like his wife or something like, he doesn't have. I mean, technically, there's some people in the, I'm sure in the higher ups in business and shit that they're there, but they still collect the check, but it's just the check itself goes to probably like a private bank and shit. I'm just saying.
The other thing they could do with that too is you could almost like trick the AI, right? So like let's say you were rich, you could somehow trick the AI into thinking you were poor so you could pay less for the ticket somehow.
Oh, but I like again.
Sure, you can hire somebody to trick to
Okay,
make your footprint different than it is if you're that rich.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I was saying if the person was making $12 an hour, I still feel like you're probably just gonna be in coach, like because they don't have
You're probably not
first
just going to be
class.
on the plane at all.
No. There's only three ways you can get on the plane. Coach, you can go to first class, or not, like you said, get on the plane. So,
I don't know. It just seems I'm never going to fly on Delta if they do that. I just think that's just BS.
but what's to say that like because I mean Delta had its own scandals, I'm sure, just like any other, just like JetBlue.
That's a slippery slope though. So what if let's say what if I don't know, Sonic since we went there for the pickle thing. What if when you go to Sonic, it you run your card and it decides on what you can afford for a hamburger?
Say first, man, my when they run lines, they're gonna be like, you should actually go to the supermarket because you look like you're lost. We have not seen you since I don't know, like 2020.
No, but I'm just saying, what if food prices at the grocery store go based on what you can pay too?
Well,
At that point, isn't
jeez,
it like at that point, isn't it what's it called? Socialism?
pretty much. I mean, that's where Asia's at. China's going in that way.
Like a
And
carton of
no, no,
eggs for
and then on top of that, if you go against the rules or if you didn't pay the trash ticket, you get demerits and stuff. So and you get blacklisted. So you know how they use a lot of transportation, you won't be able to get on their transportation because you got demerits, and also yes, by how much you make. But
aren't there some
but
movies like that where they have to scan in and then it tells them if they're worthy of whatever they're trying to do?
yeah, I can't really name
I'm
you
not asking you to name one. I'm just saying I think there's some movies about
no,
that.
because
Like
I'll
they have a chip and then they scan it and everything.
but yeah, for sure. I've always believed this philosophy that what you see in movies is
It's coming.
it's coming, or because think the best way to think of it is as a person that's writing it, where did they get that? Must have seen it or read it, obviously, to give them the inspiration to put that down
Right.
and to find unique actors and actresses to speak those words and to be in that mode. So, but yeah, yeah, Delta, crazy what they're doing over there. AI system. Well, I mean, we all know that AIs are taking over. So I mean, it was only a matter of time that they were gonna get us by air too.
I just want to point out something that I noticed. My microphone is upside down compared to yours.
Yeah,
We could leave
that's
it
how I
like that
noticed
for
that.
fun, but I just noticed it. And that was
I'm
pretty
sure.
funny.
I'm sure somebody you'll notice as we keep on doing the podcast. You'll notice little things are are out of place. And we do that to kind of, all right, let you guys kind of find out what it is, because I believe that most people always like Easter eggs and stuff. So, and then, we might want to do something towards the end of the year and be like, hey, on episode what this item was out of misplace or whatever. More interaction. That's all I'm trying to say. Interaction with the fans.
Okay, well, that was our Instagram hit list. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Will you be flying on Delta if they charge you based on what your data says you should pay? Let us know.
No, I'm not going to Delta.
Next topic, Shay's rant of the day, customer service gatekeepers.
Hold on, Shay.
What?
You know, I try my hardest to be the best camera guy here.
I know, you do great.
I try.
So my rant of the day is customer service gatekeepers. I'm sorry, but if you work at a customer service place, stop acting like it's your money at that place. Like, stop it.
Well, I mean, everybody, they're working for paycheck to paycheck, so they don't want to try to, F it up, letting that slide through, because I'm sure the guy probably knew he can probably do it, but he was just like, yeah, but I'm not going to do that because, or at the same time, maybe that person was trained by somebody that went by the book, so he goes by the book. That's why I work in retail, so that's
So then
why.
there should be consistency then. You shouldn't go to a store one time and then something goes just fine. And then 7 times after that, everything's fine. And then you go and then one person gives you like the hardest time in the world about it. I almost just left the store and didn't even get what I was getting because it was so frustrating.
Again, there's gonna be days where people are just not gonna be in the best mood, so take that for
I know you have to be the opposite coin of me right now, but I was annoyed today with that.
Well, no, you kind of got to be the voice. Like I said, episode by episode, you'll see that, she'll be the voice of reason for me at times too. But
Well, I can tell them what happened a little bit further in. So I buy a particular brand of formula for our son because I'm done breastfeeding already. Anyway, so I don't know, bought so many cans of formula already. So I've been to different stores and whatever. So the brand I use sends out, like basically it's like a rebate check or whatever. And they're like, here, put this towards your next purchase or whatever, because it's expensive and it's just helpful to have the money off of it. So normally the one store I went to today, no issues. I can get like 5 cans and have one, voucher for each can. I'm still paying a fortune for it, even after the little $5 discounts or whatever. This guy today was giving me a hard time about it. He wanted to like split up the transaction and do each can separately on one receipt. And I'm like, dude, if you want to make your job harder, go for it.
yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It's
It's
still,
I'm not asking
no,
him to
no.
use
What,
2
what I'm trying,
vouchers per can.
what I'm trying to say, it still adds up.
Yeah.
Mathematically, nobody lose anything. The house still wins the money.
I got $5 off. Woohoo. He was giving me like issue about it. I was just like, whoa, bro.
Like I said,
Like it's still $40 a can, so $5 off does not really make my life better.
listen. Both you guys were right. I'm sure whoever was probably behind you in the line was probably on your side, because
Yeah, there was a black guy in line behind me, and I was like, bro, if you want to make your life harder and you want to split up the transaction and do this 5 different times, feel free. I'm gonna just be standing right here until you get it done. And the guy behind me was like, facts. Just laugh.
no, I would have felt the same way too. I'm like, man, this is something.
I'm like, just for the record, I'm not the Karen in this situation. This little
No,
peon is being a little
what I was trying to say is
jerk.
But what I was trying to say was, it's probably was his learning style, and maybe he got somebody that was like an old head or something like that. Was like, hey, you got to make sure you that way or something.
Anyways, stop it. If you work in a store, stop trying to make it harder for people to get what they need to get done. This world's already hard enough.
Facts. Those are facts.
Anyway, that's my rant for the day.
Well, my rant for the day is actually when we went to the mall. I will straight up tell you, I was very, very upset. But also I was happy at one thing. They had a Planet Fitness that was still operational inside, and I'm sure that's what keeping that sector of the mall open.
So maybe we should play the video of our mall trip.
Oh, yes, I am gonna play that. Give me a moment.
So we thought maybe today, because we wanted to do our Sonic thing, that we'd take the family. It's about 100 degrees here in Florida, and it's really humid. So we figured we'd go and walk the mall instead of trying to go outside because it was just too hot. Well, the mall we went to, I guess we didn't know that it went basically kind of out of business. So that's not the one. That's not the dead part. You can play that because that's when we first got there. Play it. So this one is just when we got into Macy's, which is really the only store that's even left in the mall. It's just our little family going in. But yeah, so I took one of the Walking Dead part of the mall. Do you have it? Yeah, there it is. You don't have to play it all. You can just start it and we can chat. But basically, the whole mall is like. I wanted to share that the mall here in Orlando is completely out of business outside of like Macy's and a couple of stores. I think the movie theater. But everything else is closed. We didn't even know that. I guess we haven't been to the mall in a while, but look at this. It's a ghost town in here. Did you guys know this is going on? I've seen malls where like a couple stores are closed, but not like that. I don't think I've ever been in a mall where like the whole mall is closed.
Yeah.
There's nobody in here besides us, literally.
The Altamont Springs
Be one of
Mall
those videos on YouTube, like the
is pretty
deserted videos.
pretty big and still operational.
It's all closed down. Look.
Yeah, that right there was us at the mall, and I'll admit it was you know what the mall is like an indoor park for us, especially now. If the mall's gonna be like that, you might as well just make that into like an indoor park for like people just to walk around.
Well, I was telling James, I said, well, we can talk about that in a minute too, but I said you could do parquet or what is that called?
Parkour.
Parkour where you like run and jump off everything.
Pretty much. I mean, really, to be honest,
There's no one there.
I actually wanted to put some rollerblades on, just rollerblades.
Yeah, that actually be a good idea.
Or just have some like local kids to come by with some skateboards and we just sit there and do our podcast while a bunch of kids skateboard behind us.
The other thing was we went there because we were like, oh, we don't want to go in 100-degree humidity, and get all sweaty. And then there was no AC in the
Yeah, there was no AC whatsoever. I was highly pissed off about that.
wow, we should have just went outside on a walk, honestly.
I wanted to go to Lake Yola, try to see how it is. I haven't been there for a while. Fun fact, I did community service there. Just want to
Did you
say that.
plant flowers or did you pick up garbage?
No, well, damn, I picked up trash. I was a trash man. I was a trash guy.
They should have the prison people pick up trash, like the actual prisoners.
Yeah, but it was pretty. It was. I'm not gonna say it was fun, but I guess when you're hanging out with the same youth your age and you just kind of just get different experiences and bonding and stuff. It was just fun. I guess think of when you were in the military and you're meeting different people. It's just that was kind of the same thing in a way.
Nice.
Am I friends with any of them? No. I'm sure they went to bigger and longer sentences.
Did you want to talk more about the Macy's part?
Yo, Macy's. I would say this right there on the Macy's. They actually paid for their AC to be on.
Yeah, that was the only part of the mall that had AC.
Yeah, I think that's when you go into the mall. What is it? Planet Fitness had one section of the mall, and then Macy's had one section. Dillard's. I didn't even know they would still call it Dillard's, but then I guess before they went out of business, they call it Dillard's. So they bought a sign to say clearance.
Mhm.
That was like in the last few months or days before they were like, all right, we're closing this section down.
And all that was in there was an Asian spa that they were doing massages, and then a karate place that was closed and only open in the evenings or something.
I believe the triads own both those properties in there, and that's probably why they have that still going for them right there. By the books, I heard that their money is good money.
There's also signs in there that say that, spaces are for lease. But why would you want to lease anything in there if it's like, oh, there was an ice cream place open, which I was shocked on because of the no AC.
Well,
I guess you need ice cream if there's no AC.
he thought about that. He was like, "Yo, today's."
But I wouldn't eat anything out of there. I feel like they didn't have any customers. It was probably rotten. I didn't put the name out there.
Okay.
And then it was funny because there was a vending machine and James went up to it and was, I wonder how old this stuff is.
Yeah, his innocence and look and like confusion because his hand behind his head. I was like, yeah.
No, what was funny is we said, because Julius is 4 months old, and we said, well, by the time Julius is, James's age, probably there isn't going to be a mall anymore, I guess. They start to all close down.
What's gonna happen is there's gonna be like another like Dick's Sporting Goods right where a mall's gonna be at with probably Total Wines and then probably a small strip mall that's gonna have little authentic restaurants, multicultural races or something, and then that's gonna be pretty much.
We were just saying, like, James knows what a mall is, but Julius may not even really know what a mall is by the time he grows up.
Well,
It'll be an 8-track
okay.
player. James will be like, when we were little, we used to go to the mall. And then Julius, what's a mall? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is gonna be crazy.
Did you want to talk about how James felt about the day?
How James felt about it? James felt, oh man, this was a waste of time. He felt like he could have slept a little longer.
Yeah, literally, we were, do you think it's dumb that we brought, or, do you think we're stupid for bringing you here? Because obviously it's out of
Yeah, he was
business.
like, God, I definitely don't want to be here, guys.
He just looked back and he's
But,
almost 11. So, he's starting to be a teenager.
yeah, but that's cool. He still likes to hang out with me. Me and him was actually playing next episode. Me and him played Resident Evil 4. He helped me on a little Silent Hill too. Yeah, we're big horror fans. Me and my son Julius too.
Anyways, it was just funny when he was like, guys, why are we here?
And
We didn't know that it was basically closed. I
no,
mean, we
it's
went
just
through
I
Macy's
should
thinking,
no,
because
but
Macy's looks normal. We went through Macy's, the AC was on, everything was normal inside Macy's. They had all the merchandise, everything was up. And then literally right when you walk outside Macy's, it's like the whole thing is Walking Dead out of business.
actually it felt like straight out of like James said. He was like, this looks like a FNAF game. I was like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, John was like, you could bring your friends over here. You guys could film your own
Horror.
little horror or whatever in the mall, and nobody would even. There wasn't. I don't even think we saw a security person at all. Also, we forgot to tell them we saw homeless people inside there, and also some like druggy people that didn't have shoes on were walking around inside
Yeah,
there
and
too.
yeah, there was a homeless guy walking around, and yeah, they didn't care at all. They just let that ball.
I mean, it was hot, and there was probably like 10 degrees cooler than outside, so I guess it's better if you're homeless to be inside there. But yeah, it was great.
I don't know,
I was
man.
pretty
That was
shocked. I've never
just
seen that before.
I don't know, man. All I can say is that was crazy.
I've seen a couple like malls where there's like a couple stores closed, Not like that though.
I've seen the same thing too, but I always go to again Altamont Springs Mall, and that's always been my mall.
That one even has a couple stores closed, but not like that.
Damn, don't. Why'd you have to say that too? Because now I do remember seeing some stores closed too.
So what if next time when we go back to that one, it's gonna be
I
closed
try
too?
not to. Okay, well then that would be
Wow.
that'd be the two which we'll talk about. We'll go by that one, try to see if there's any malls closed, and we'll try to see if that one's still lively or it's on its respiratory.
Oh, that's crazy.
I mean,
I guess it's true though. We were talking about when we were, 13 years old or whatever, or, teenagers, it was the thing to do was go to the mall and hang out. But now I think teenagers don't really do that anymore. They just
no, what most
do other stuff.
teenagers do. They either ATVs if you got them, or like me, meet up with some white friends, be like, hey man, Tyler, you got one of those? Hell yeah, I want to get on that shit. But
Or play video games.
or play some games, play some Call of Duty.
Yeah. That's not an in-person activity. It can be, but you know what I mean? It's not like you have to go to
Well, okay,
somewhere
okay,
to meet up
okay,
with
okay.
people.
How about this? Mario Kart 64. That's an in person.
Yeah, because it wasn't online, but now everything's online now.
I wanted to counter that because I need to stand up for the game.
He knows how much I love games. I straight up told
Hey,
him, like, do not make
hey,
Julius a gamer. He
yeah.
he can play games. He's not going to be a gamer though.
I think
How about we'll just let him decide what he wants to get into? Anyways, so that was pretty crazy today, guys. Let us know in your town if your malls are still kicking normal or something in the comments below.
just tell us if your mall is alive or
If it's alive.
or it's on a respiratory.
If it's on life support or if it's The Walking Dead like this one.
All I'm gonna try to say, yeah, just be real. Just tell us.
You know what's funny? The other thing, remember? Okay, so just quick fact here. When I was pregnant with Julius, we decided to go look for a couple maternity clothes just because I wanted to get a couple pairs of jeans and stuff that I could wear. And we could not find any stores that sold maternity clothes in real life. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you definitely cannot find that. The only place, even the people from the place at the mall, they said, "Hey, you have to go online."
And that's what I ended up doing, going on Amazon and buying a couple pairs of pants on there.
Big ups, Bezo. Even though we over here talking about your wife, keep doing your thing.
And talking about how they can't bring it to our second store floor. If you hadn't seen that episode, go watch that one.
Nah, man. I think secretly that's for for us talking about his wife. So he's like, oh, don't go to the second floor for them.
Wow. But anyway, I was just shocked you can't find any maternity stuff in real life anymore. So it's just weird.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess the population is declining as far as people having kids, so it's just not something that a lot of people are looking for. Plus, yoga pants, I guess.
I hope Mall of America is still around because I haven't been to Mall of America.
I'm sure it is because it's a tourist thing, right? Don't they have like theme park inside there
Yeah,
and
they got
stuff?
like a roller coaster ride
Yeah, it'll
inside.
stay in
So
business then.
yeah, I was about to say because I'm kind of worried now. Like, is that gonna be like the only mall? Is that
No, the theme
no,
park
no,
will, it'll
no,
be
no, no,
like the
check, no,
movie
check it out.
theaters open, the mall is closed. It'll be like the theme parks open, the mall is closed. I don't know.
No, but check it out. Has anybody been to a what is it? A drive-in theater? And then I have also another question. In any of your towns or whatever, are they still open? Or
You know,
when did it, or if they had one before? I mean, I'm just kind of curious. But
there was a
I,
drive-in movie theater in Seattle and also in Texas when I lived there that we went to. Yeah, it was just very, like they only had one, like on the weekends at a certain time or something.
oh, so it's still operational and everything. Awesome, awesome.
I don't know if there's one here though. Probably not
Yeah,
close
no,
enough.
no, no. Yeah, there is one that's just
Oh.
a distance, but it's a good one. That's what made me think about it because we're talking about, I guess, the
So I just
pastime,
looked up closure rates and vacancy trends.
pastime.
I just looked up closure rates and vacancy trends. So closed malls, estimates show roughly 25% of the country's 1,000 malls are expected to close between 2020 and 2025. So 25% of the malls are going to close and, well, should be closed by now in 2025.
Well, that looked like it was more like 75% what I saw.
And then it said future risk. Predictions show that up to 87% of large shopping malls could shut down between 2025 and 2035.
Okay, see, I was close. I said 75. That mall looked like it was 87%.
No, that mall is probably part of the 25% that's already closed. That's a closed mall. There's only one store or two stores in there. Yeah.
That's a damn shame. I mean, those malls, so much filming can happen in those malls.
This said
Matter
about
of
1
fact,
in 12
yeah.
malls are officially vacant right now. 25% have already closed or are projected to close within a few years. Wow. Man, if you own malls, I don't know what you're going to do with them, but you're out of luck for you can Airbnb those bitches.
No, seriously. Okay, so there was this one store that was let's say it was darkened out, very, very dark for some reason. Like it does like unsavory pictures inside there. And it's right literally directly across from a Panera. And I
Oh,
mean,
the Panera was open, but it was like on the outside, so like people could still
yeah,
get
so
to
it's
it.
quickly come in,
Yeah.
get out real quick. But all I'm trying to say was is that there was an unsavory. Well, let's just say it was unsavory. It wasn't unsavory. It was probably savory, but they had the whole store was blacked out. You couldn't see inside there. And then it said right under gold, by appointment only. Yeah, you know they're taking some nude pics in there, and they're filming something there. If not, then they're doing it. We're not closing.
Anyways,
Probably get like easy access to premium content, I guess.
that'll all be on the Patreon.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna go in there. We're gonna like say, hey, we're gonna go by like some like actor names like Johnny Johnson and Shay. Those seem like fake names, right?
They're not fake names.
Try tell him my slave people.
Wow.
Yeah,
Anyways, he can talk all about his name later to y'all. That could be
yeah,
on a different episode. That's not on our list.
yeah.
I'm
I
just
know.
kidding.
But you gotta admit, my name does sound fake.
Yeah, I think so too.
Nah, I mean, if I got pulled over by the cops and the cops be like, so, or like, let's say, for example, like the cops got like a call saying that, like, oh man, there's a strange guy walking around the neighborhood, like circling around. And then, like, imagine one of the viewers, or even somebody listening to it, you pull me over and, hey, what are you doing around here? And I'm like, I'm trying to, trying to find my way. I'm lost, sir. And he's like, oh, what's your name, sir? My name is Johnny Johnson.
He'd be like, yeah, right.
Like right off the bat, he's gonna be like, that's like me saying, my name is Mike Smith. Wait, what? They're gonna be like, yo, right off the back, he's gonna be like, shh, yeah, oh, okay, that is your real name. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's like if your name's John Smith too. Like that's the
Yeah,
common name.
seriously. So, but it happens. It's all right. But just know that if it happens again,
Want to talk about our Sonic Pickle Run?
oh yeah, let's talk about that.
Sorry, guys.
So we went out to Sonic's. We thought we try out this. Yeah.
We didn't get the burger, whatever that thing is, just because I don't know. We
I don't
didn't.
know. That looks like an ass load of pickles. Yeah, it looks like the lettuce is pickles. I don't know.
Yeah,
Looks like it's just a bunch of pickles.
we didn't really just want to try
It's
it.
no, it's like it's pickles with lettuce pickles and fried pickles inside of it. Looks like it to me. Yeah, so I thought it was well, the tots. The seasoned tots of pickle percent.
Yeah, those were a 10 out of 10, I thought. Those are pretty good.
This right here is the image of Exhibit B, the tots.
That's about how many they gave us too. It was a size small order. We just got a small.
And it was delicious.
That was good.
And
10 out of 10.
this is the beautiful bagging they give it
Yeah,
in.
they give you the Grillo, Drillo.
I myself would rather just went with Pickle Rick. Maybe they could have probably did some I don't know, Rick and Morty. Maybe, WB could have spent a little money with Sonics. I was like, hey man, so let's do something about this. But then I know the inspiration behind it was Rick and Morty, so big ups to them. Now here is the lovely slushing of a drink.
It had so many pickles in it, 5 or 6 huge pickles.
Fun fact, Shay loves the little I guess pickleballs you said? No, seriously, that's what she called it, pickleballs. So I was like,
Well, okay, here's what happened. I'm gonna tell you how I felt about it. I took a drink and I was like, ew. I did not like it at first.
so what you're saying is that it grows on you.
Yeah, and then you can tell them how you felt about it, but and
I'm gonna tell them how I felt. It was not the best. I'm gonna be honest. I like pickles. I'm nothing against the pickles. I put pickles on my burgers, but not in my drink. I know that there's such thing as like pickle bear. I believe you told me
yeah,
about that.
people put pickles in their beer. I guess that's the thing.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
know
called
anything
like
about
pickle
that,
your
but
beer or something like that. I don't
yeah,
know.
that's crazy, freaking crazy. But I would say, yeah, it was an interesting drink. It's not for me.
What would you rate it
Shay,
out of 10?
I would rate that a 2.
My
And
first drink, I would rate it a
and
2.
and it's a soft 2.
But then after I started
It's a Julius out the butt 2.
with the boba balls that are in it, I started with the boba balls in it and I started getting those. Then it started to grow on me and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good.
That's how they get you with
So
the
I would give it
balls.
like an 8 out of 10 after I drank it. And then I ended up drinking it all.
That's how they get you with the
And I ate the
balls.
pickles too. The pickles were frozen
So
after it set
but
in.
Shay, like I said, that's how they get you with the balls. So,
No, I told Johnny, I said, this would be a good drink if you're like, sweating in the sun as like a bricklayer or something and you need, like that extra like electrolyte type thing.
salt?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
like Gatorade or
No, because
something.
I'm just
But
that's the
it
first
was
thing.
kind of salty.
No, yeah, that's the first thing that came to me when I took that first. I was like,
Maybe if you would
like
have tried a few more drinks, you would have liked it.
no,
You didn't really give it a
no.
chance.
Like listen.
He tried it
Listen.
once and he was like, no,
Listen.
I'm not doing it.
I like some salt, but I'll take it. I'll take it in my my salt and vinegar chips.
Margarita
And a margarita, obviously, with
on
my salt and
fries.
vinegar chips. Oh yeah, salt, of course, on my fries, man. What, like you gotta be insane not to do that.
It
Like,
was definitely like salty, sweet. Like I think the more you ate the balls, it was like the balls are sweet and
see,
the drink was
balls. I
salty.
told you guys, the balls. She's going crazy for the balls. Keep doing it, Sonic.
After I started liking it, then I would rate it like an 8 out of 10. It was pretty good. Yeah, I would get it again. I was telling him, I said, man, if you're pregnant and you like pickles, you definitely need to try that. I didn't get a pickle craving when I was pregnant, but anybody who has one, you should definitely try that drink. It was pretty good.
I again would definitely go for the tater tots. Delicious.
And next time, guys, when we do this, we'll make a video. But today we kind of like ran short on time with traffic and everything. And then Julius was just ready to come home. So we just didn't want to make him sit there for it. So we just came home. Anyways, so tell us if you guys have tried the pickle stuff. And if so, let us know if you liked it and what you rated it at. But no, if you guys have any other items you want us to try, let us know. We were kind of looking at some other fast food menus and we didn't really see anything that was too exciting, but we'll look again.
All I'm gonna say is James went to McDonald's and he didn't. He was like, the fries are not the same.
Yeah, we went there because he wanted a Happy Meal. He didn't want Sonic, and we looked at the menu to see if there's anything like cool we could try from there. But we didn't see anything.
Yeah, I didn't see anything cool over there at
McDonald's
all.
is like pretty boring now. They just have the same stuff they had
Oh
years and
no,
years
man, no.
ago.
I mean, have you seen their buildings? Their buildings look boring.
Yeah. There's not even a playhouse anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, what they could do is, I don't know, put some cardboard boxes off on the side and make like cardboard world or something.
I don't know. Most restaurants have a seasonal item or, or something fun, like a new item or whatever. I think next time we're going to do Taco Bell because they have some weird stuff on theirs. But yeah, it's just weird. I don't know. I don't get it.
All I know is I'm gonna be very cautious on what I eat at Taco Bell's because I've heard stories of Taco Bell's, and that can be for another video.
Don't ruin it for us. Let's just eat it and then we'll talk about that later.
No, I'm just saying I've been down the rabbit hole of Taco Bell.
What is it? Like human meat? We're going to get sued. This is our opinion only, Taco Bell. Okay, next.
I was just joking this whole time. Like I was just like, I'm just gonna just walk out of this one.
Anyways, if you guys haven't seen, by the way, if you guys haven't seen the new KFC commercials that they're showing overseas, you guys should Google that. It's pretty crazy. I didn't even show it to you.
Oh no, you have not.
I should show it to you.
That could be an episode that we can probably.
Yeah, let's do that on the next one. I'll put it on the note.
Yeah, because I kind of want to. Dude, ever since Shay's been not paying for commercial free and watching commercials, I just feel like I'm missing out on a bunch of commercials and information because I don't know. For the life of me, there was the commercial. I thought it was for the new phone or something like that, and it was like Mickey Mouse or something, and it's a fucking it's a hand sanitizer spray for your hand. I thought it was like new like iPhone with Disney and shit. I was like, oh shit. And then nah. It's some like luxury hand sanitizer.
What?
So now hand sanitizer. Oh, now we have that like hey, game changer, dog. That's like saying, hey man, you got that Android. Man, this right here is iPhone right here. Pretty
Wow.
much. That's how I looked at that commercial. Straight up. If you guys seen it, you know what to do. Put that shit in the comments.
All right. So, like I said, if you guys have anywhere you want us to try out, or if you know of any crazy new items that are coming for seasonal stuff, let us know. And we will definitely get it on the next podcast.
But hold on. I do wait. What's next? What's next?
Next is our bonus item, of course.
It's
So I'm glad you guys stuck around for the
Yeah, wait,
bonus
hold on.
item.
This is the part. This is the time where we get to sit, admire. So
Anyways, glad you guys stuck around for the last bonus item
hey,
for the podcast.
we always stick around for the.
So today, we actually visited a local place called Atomic Horror, which at least has saved our like mall, shenanigans.
Yeah, no, big ups
Go up with this one.
to the big ups to Atomic Horror. As you can see, we have some new pictures behind us.
I can move over so you can see it better.
Oh, there you go. Oh, she did it. She moved for us. Thank you.
I took pictures of him and sent it to you too.
Oh, well, we'll show you guys the close-ups in just a moment. But big ups again to Atomic Horror. I would say I had a fun time. I obviously got me
I like the under part of the hat.
Oh, I know.
You should show it to him.
No, I know that they see the checkers.
So that's FNAF. Him and his son are obsessed with it.
Yes. And then as you can see behind me, I have the classic old Pac-Man with the Ghostface Killers as the ghost, and we got Pac-Man the Jack-o'-lantern. And as for Shay,
Oh, let me move my head.
for Shay, she has the Little Mermaid and Jason Voorhees underneath the water, which that's kind of just what is that? In a way for just like drowning him, because if you know the story about Jason in part one, there was like Jason went to a Crystal Camp Lake, and what had happened was Shay's probably never seen the Jason movies or
I've
anything.
seen some of them.
Oh, you've seen some of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I don't have to explain it then. Thank you.
What's under the Little Mermaid? Is that the little crab guy?
Yeah. Oh, you mean Sebastian? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sebastian. Damn, man, you're the one that chose that one, and you didn't. Did you like? Oh, because I like Disney. So you don't.
No, I didn't say I like Disney. I said, oh, this is the nicest one out of all of them because all the other ones were like pretty creepy. It is a horror shop, but
Yeah. Like that's the whole. It's the whole.
I was trying to have one be a little nice on the nicer side for me. That's it.
No, I got you. But yeah, let's go ahead and pull up those items. Shay, let's telling, she was like, John, I gave those to you.
And I did ask them if I could take pictures and film in
Yes,
there,
yes.
so they were good with
We
that.
always ask before we just start just filming.
So they have it decorated pretty nicely inside the store, which is pretty cool. It's kind of like a little.
They have the little ghost face chia pet over there. I love that.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Coming in strong.
He said he looked like he's on Ozempic.
Yeah. No, yeah, no. And then we have, I said Elmira. It's her, what's her real name?
Elvira.
Elvira.
That's like a
sorry.
whole room of Elvira stuff. If you guys like Elvira.
Oh, yes. I am definitely a big fan. Fun fact, she's the one that actually got me into white girls.
Whatever. You say that about every white girl. Get going. Get going. You said that about the SVU ladies. What was it the other day you said about it?
I don't even know. I'll admit,
Every
I
white
always
girl. Oh my God, me and a white girl. No.
No.
Okay, I don't believe it anymore. There's like already 10 of them.
It's enough. It's a joke, guys. Jeez.
That's a video. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little place. Hard to see on the video, but I like that guy, the toilet guy.
Here we go. You've got our boy right here, Jason Voorhees. He's on Ozempic. He's on Ozempic, guys. He's definitely on Ozempic.
Wow.
He's got to be, man. I mean, look at him. Look at that guy, dog. You know, any real horror fans would have called that out. I'm like, yo, what the man? Jason's on Ozempic?
Maybe he's a hipster, so he's just rocking the skinny body.
You know what? He always did like hanging out with like teenagers. He probably wanted that teen bod. Jeez, Jason, get your shit together. Oh, and then we have the Megan.
This one was like
2.0.
above.
Yeah,
creepy.
yeah,
I
but
looked up and I was like,
okay, but let's Stilts. Her name should have been called Megan. Should have been called Stilts. Cause goddamn, look at them stilts. And then we have right here I believe a zombie inside. This is supposed to be like I guess a army or military grade canister that has, I guess, like pretty much my favorite video game. It's probably just like a BOW in there. Canister BOW.
No, but that place has all kinds of merchandise for every genre of horror, all the ones we showed, and a lot of FNAF stuff, and yeah.
And got the little teenage kids in the back. Jason trying to rock the teen bod, trying to go out there and trying to be like, hey man, I lost all the weight for using the Ozempic, man. I'm trying to hang out with you guys. I'm trying to stop slaying you guys.
No, but if you guys are in Orlando, or if you're coming to Orlando for vacation, because it's a tourist place, check out Atomic Horror and let us know what you think about it. It was definitely, from the outside, it doesn't look like much. I'll be honest, it's in like a little strip mall, but I was just like, but when we went in, I was like, wow, they actually took some time on this place. It's pretty nice.
And I think this year, well, I won't go back there this year again for Halloween because I'm sure they're gonna probably do some type of big ass haunted house or something big, hopefully. But yeah, I did enjoy coming here because I got to meet Stilts over here.
It was funny too because Julius was asleep, and then once we got in there, he woke up and it was like all like neon and everything, and he was like, "Whoa, where are we?"
Yeah, man.
He didn't cry or anything, but he was just like, "Whoa, what's going on here? We've never been to a neon place."
He's like, "Oh my God, am I at the red light district?"
Yeah, that's what he thought, I think. No, I think you can spend a lot of money in there, though, honestly.
Yeah, no, we will be getting some more art pieces.
Yeah, we like their art stuff there.
The art is really good. And if you guys got any art, send it our way. We love to put it up on there because this brick wall is not built by us. It is built with you guys too.
Wow.
That seems like a cheap what is
logo
it, like?
Slogan?
Logan, yeah. Exactly. But yeah, I did like this one. This was like Michael Myers coming out. It was great.
Yeah, one of the customers that was paying, because at the front there's like a square desk where the girl sits and you can walk around her, and I guess she's just kind of checking people out and stuff. And one of the guys said, "Oh, what's back there behind them? What's that guy's name? Michael Myers?"
Michael Myers, yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, nothing. It's just a wall. We just, he thought there was another room he could go in or something, but she's like, no, it's just a wall."
Yeah. It was Like I said again, I had fun. I had fun going in there. At least and it had AC. I mean, I
The
like
people that worked there were cool.
yeah. She was mad cool. She was just like, "Hey man, you like that?" Like,
It was busy, busier than the mall.
yeah.
There was probably like, I don't
Busier
know
than
what,
mall.
20 people in that little store. In the
Hell
mall,
yeah,
we had
man.
like two people other than us.
Yeah, I think when me and James was checking out like the coloring books and stuff, yo, you know what? Me and James used to do coloring books, dude. And I was like, yo, they have a FNAF coloring book. We should sit and do this. Like, nah, no, I'm not doing that, Dad.
Oh, he's
But
past that now.
yeah, he's a 10-year-old.
I know.
Now it's like, damn, kind of wish I had a daughter because at least a girl's gonna do it all day. Like, oh, if I feel like coloring, I'm like, I don't feel because I'm coloring, and I'm not saying I'm just saying it like to be hilarious about it, not just in a bad term. Please don't get me canceled.
Well,
No, but it's okay because black people like chicken, so it's cool. It's all right. I do like chicken. I'll admit I love chicken and watermelon. What?
okay.
No, but I do want to go back to Atomic Horror.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Go down, scroll down.
Huh?
Scroll
Oh,
down.
we had our own.
Yeah.
We had our own horror in here, dude. We had a.
It was a baby one. He was so cute too. Hard to see on this because it was nighttime, but he was inside our patio, screen
Yeah.
on our patio.
All I gotta say is, you said that he was a baby. He was packing. I saw his wiener, dog.
He was like an inch long though.
Whoa! Talking about his wiener like that, dude.
Not that he was like an inch
He
long.
was, whoa, yeah, but
No, tell us. So where we live at, there's like lizard. I don't know if there are they lizards. There's like
there's
so many different kinds of lizards here. Anyway, when you
yeah,
walk to the Amazon locker or when you walk to the mail or anything, it's like it looks like back in the day, like when Tyrannosaurus Rexes were just like running around the world. Like you just see them running and there's like a bunch of them running, trying to get out of your
yeah,
way. So you don't.
yeah. You know what I think about that when you just said that about the dinosaurs and all that stuff. You know what happened? I think what God did, he was like, oh man, I wanted to make lizards and all these things, but he's like, man, I made these shits really huge, but wait, let me just send a meteor down and bam, get rid of those, and then let me redo it again and resize them. And then he was like, oh, this is what I meant to do. It's okay. And I'm sure what's to say when you die, that's what God's gonna tell you. He's like, oh, those dinosaurs you guys were talking about, it was a failed experiment. Like it's a whole. Have you ever been? Well, you never been to Disney. Have you ever? There's in the Disney World. What is a small world
It's a
or
small
tomorrow?
world after all.
Yeah, small world. Yeah, after all. Yeah, it's like that. That's what God's gonna talk to you. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Those things were called. Yeah, were called dinosaurs, like what you said it was, but it was a failed experiment, so I had to redo that again. And then on top of that, that's when I made Adam, and then Adam had to help me and him spend some time naming all these creatures like the birds and all this shit. So yeah,
No, I was gonna ask you guys. At one point, I told Johnny I want to put down like our GoPro or something, behind a bush or whatever, so
yeah,
that you can just see these lizards. There's gonna be like 400 lizards just running around everywhere when there's no people, and I
hell
don't
yeah,
know. From that angle, I think it'd be pretty funny. I've been wanting to do that since I lived here.
really? Wow. What's the Oh wait, you said you put the pictures? No, you did not send me those pictures. I didn't get them.
I didn't send them to you. That's okay though. They can see it pretty good now that we took the plastic off.
Well, I just wanted to get them a little bit more of a zoom up, but sure.
Okay.
If you want to airdrop those for me, Shay,
Sure.
you can
The
go
plastic's
ahead.
on it when I took it though.
Really? Was the pictures bad, or should we let the other folks
Now I'll send
be
it
the
to you.
judge of it? She's gonna let the folks be the judge of it, though. So if it's bad, blame it on Shay, guys.
Well, I took him before I said, let's take the plastic off. And he said, no. And then what happened? When we got on film, you couldn't see him at all. It was like really bright, like shiny.
Yeah, as you can see, there's the image. Bam. She's like a man. What? He's a dead man. And so I like horror and I like gaming.
Oh, and that's pretty funny.
But besides that, there will be more content and more humor. But first, I would always have to watch me and Shay is gonna have to watch one of those horror movies, and so she can understand, and then she'll be like, "Oh, okay, I like this one because of such and such."
I've watched some horror movies like Saw and a couple other ones. I'm not a big fan of horror movies. That's okay though.
It's all right, that happens.
Here's the thing. I've never had anybody to watch it with that wasn't
A big
a wimp.
baby.
Yeah. So that's why I've never liked it because I think the guy should be the stronger one in the situation if you're going to watch a horror movie. And if that's not the case, then you can't watch horror movies.
Okay, well, look at Ariel. She's getting herself a real man that likes horror. Matter of fact, he dishes out the horror.
Actually, one night John had like a really creepy show on, and what was that? We never even finished that. Oh yeah, we did. Just kidding. What was that one show? The Netflix movie you were watching where it was like an Airbnb and then there was like a creature.
Barbarian.
Yeah, so he turned it on and we started watching it and then we went to bed and then he turned it on in there and then he went to sleep and I was like, I am not watching this by myself. I have to turn it off. It was scary. Don't watch that movie by yourself.
Yeah, it was pretty hilarious. I went to sleep like a baby.
But no, I don't like watching horror movies by myself. And then secondly, I don't like watching them with pansy people. Can't do it.
So yeah, Shay chose Disney because she's a Disney head.
No, I'm not.
Okay, Disney.
It was the only nice one that there was. That's why I chose it. The rest of the stuff was like two scary ones on there. I don't like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they change up. Hopefully, because I know these got to be like different artists that probably put their work up on there. Again, if you guys have any horror artwork, I'm up to put it up on here and be like, yeah, and give you your flowers. So let's believe on that.
Yeah, let us know and we could always open up a PO box if people get crazy with wanting to send stuff in.
Yeah, by all means. I mean, that's like me. Well, again, the Patreon, hanging out with the friends. I do want to hang out with the fans and bullshit. Put you on a podcast and stuff. You know, why not?
Yeah, we're gonna add what I decided instead of putting the whole unedited video up there because I don't want to waste your guys' time on that. You're gonna see mostly what's in the video, but the parts that we have to really edit out hard because he gets crazy with his stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to just clip those parts, like it'll be 2 or 3 minutes or, whatever that part is, and we'll put that on there separately so that you guys, you can just go catch the part you didn't see. You don't have to rewatch the whole thing to catch it. That just made more sense to me when I was looking at it.
Right. No, by all means, by all means. Yeah, sometimes I do go on my little wild tangents, I would say.
And then with John, there'll be like, maybe when he gets off work, he wants to go on there and do like a smoke sesh or whatever.
Yes. Smoke sesh. That's like going to be some premium, exclusive. Just me, just walking and talking.
Or he might even do like the Three Amigos on there, like more unedited when they do it.
Yes, where you get to actually see some of my friends and seeing us pull straight up just.
And then we do plan on going live on there too. Eventually,
Yes.
maybe doing like we talked about like a magic game
Oh, magic. Yeah, no,
or you and James playing a game or something.
yeah, no, I'm definitely I'm up for the Magic the Gathering to stream on here with you guys to, give you guys some little content to be like, these guys play games too. Right now, my son's probably in the living room right now playing Resident Evil 4, and I'm trying to help him and stuff because he's playing on like the hardest difficulty and stuff.
He was watching Gumball, but I don't hear it anymore.
Yeah, I definitely don't hear Gumball unless he's playing Roblox. My son's on Roblox. I'm sure if you're a parent or have nieces, nephews, they probably play Roblox or something like that. But
yeah,
he's probably playing that too. Other than that, Shay, do we have anything else to say? Close everything up, or like what's happening, buddy?
Watch the next podcast if you want to see the KFC commercials we were talking about just as a teaser.
Yes, that episode will be now since hopefully the videos played perfectly well on there. I don't know. Shay is our editor and chief, editor in chief. She's the chief. Secretly, guys, she knows she's the chief.
Whatever. Anyways, we're gonna sign off today because we already wasted enough of your day with our shenanigans.
Yeah, man, but that's why they tune in.
I know, I'm just joking.
Okay, I was about to say, ma'am, please don't do that. Now I'm playing, just messing around, guys. Just teasing her.
Anyway, all right. Do you have anything else?
Other than I can't wait to talk to you guys actually about Resident Evil 4 and Silent Hill 2. That's gonna be like on the next episode. Talk about how I spent my weekend with the kids. We did pretty well. I think about time you see this. Hopefully, I think it's the next day, obviously, and see how everything went. I mean, I know for one thing, like my son's just really on some type of just trying to beat this before he goes back home, and so he's like freaking happy. As long like all I want to say at the end of this episode, I just want to say that as long as you spend time with your kids, they'll love you, and it goes a long way. That's all that matters.
Agreed.
So, Shay, you want to close us out with your closing notes?
Yeah, we already talked about the Patreon, but definitely check it out. And outside of that, we will catch you on the next one.